Hello everyone and welcome back to BSG Annual. Up next, it seemed that Ninja Gaiden Black has snuck into our schedule. And before we start, I would actually like to close the donation incentive. It seems like we have a tie between the Legendary Ninja suit and the Red Muffler suit, so that choice will be up to Shuri to decide. I would also have a single donation from Satanic Nerd for €5 saying, "Let's get this first dono out of the way. BSG hype!" And with that, I would like to pass the mic over to Sherry and wish him good luck on his run.
Yeah, thank you. So it was between the doppelganger or the red muffler, right?
Yes, indeed.
This is the red muffler. This is the
Actually, no, it was the legendary suit and the red muffler. My bad.
So this red muffler, this is the legendary suit. I run the normal Ninja Gaiden as well, so I have to go for the legendary as well. No worries, time is not starting yet. So sometimes it seems like, oh crap, you already have to start, but no worries. Are you guys ready? Yes, on time? Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, welcome. I'm Shuri. This is Ninja Gaiden Black. This is possibly one of the hardest games ever made. It's super hard. It's also a bit scary. There's a lot of run killers in this one, especially at the bosses. So that is why the estimate is a little bit higher than you might expect from a normal Ninja Gaiden Black run. But yeah, like I said, a lot of run killers. I probably have to do a lot of safety saves just to be 100% sure. I have some preparation done, but then it's not really a verified run. So let's try to not die. That might be the best thing to do. So this is the introduction level. You learn here how to do all the climbs and stuff and how to move properly. So this is like into the den of the Ninja Fortress. What I'm going to try to do here is like I'm going to attack that fire pole. Attack that fire pole. There we go. And you see a yellow essence there. That is one of the 3 colors that the essence can give. It's yellow, blue, or red. Yellow is just like currency. Blue is to get some more HP back, and red is like Nimpo drop. You will see that later. A little bit more. In this chapter there is no Nimpo, which is like basically like magic attack. So as you can see here, it's not for the faint of heart. There's a lot of decapitation and other limbs getting out of here. So if you have children watching, it might be not a good thing to turn away. Same is for a photo if you have seizures and stuff, because it gets flashy at a while, especially in chapter 3, which will be around 13 minutes from now. You will see a lot of flashing at one point, so be aware of that, is what I wanted to say. So here we have the Fangs of the Samurai. We're going to use that to get a key. It's like one of the few low IQ puzzles in this game. Like, this game is more oriented on adapting to fight enemies and learning their patterns to kill them. And you know, on normal difficulty, it's normally not that bad, but like I said, the RNG can like screw you over real bad. So we put in the Fangs of the Samurai, we get this Key of Courage, and with that we can go to the first boss of the game. Fun fact, the first time I played this game as a kid, like I think I was 12, I spent at least 4 hours to beat this boss, so a lot of people already like to rage quit on the first boss. That it's this kind of game. There's already going to be some RNG involved right here. I want the white ninja to not attack me yet. Oh, that was bad RNG. What I wanted to do is like get my attack ready. Like, you can charge your attack and then it does more damage. And you also get more money. So like, this is in the UT. This is like the hardest kind of the strongest kind of attack. And this is a jerk. So with that on the way, we're going to the first boss, Murai. Luckily, there's a pretty easy cheese, but sometimes he can be misbehave. So you want to roll away, and when he rolls to you, you do a X, Y, charge Y. You do this. Sometimes he doesn't want to roll to you anymore. So you want to re-roll them. Oh. But I also have to watch out. He can grab me. and give me a very annoying hard time. And that was the first boss, Rijn. That was a sub 4. That's pretty good for my standards. So let's go.
Do we have time for a few quick donations?
Sure, go
we
ahead.
have a €1 anonymous donation, and we have a €10 donation from Gromfaloon saying, "Greetings from America. Shoutouts to Shuri Bear for being awesome. Love you, man. Good luck on the run. I hope everyone is having a great time."
Shoutouts to Grom, he's awesome. So yeah, now we're going to do a small little detour. So a little bit of backstory, like Rijn is my uncle. For some reason we have to kill his allies to go a little bit further. And during the time he was like, oh, the Black Ninja Sword, or Dark Dragon Blade, is strong, and your village is protecting it. I would not protect it, I would actually like to use it, but yeah, that's not of my concern. And suddenly my village is under attack, so we're rushing to our village just to see what is going on. And like I said before, like in this game you also have like nimbos and such, and this is where we get the first nimbo, the Art of the Fire Wheel. When I was a kid, I thought this was a very useless nimbo, but actually it's very great. It has a lot of iframes and such that you can abuse, especially and bosses like Doku 1, which we will see a little bit later. Just like what I thought was used as well are the smoke bombs, but enemies that are not smart, and you can put them down and put them off guard. And I'm going to try to do a small skip Reno here. This only says a few seconds, but it will be nice if I get it. And we got it, so that's nice. Otherwise you jump into the water, and that can actually cause some problems. It's just so much slower, because Ryu is not the fastest in water, so you have to be careful about that. So here we're going to get the Lunar. It's a staff that we use to kill it. Certain enemies in the game, but for now I will not use it. Oh, I might. Ooh, that was a little bit long. Oh, that might be a problem. I'm not having as much HP. I got a skip though, but fortunately I have to wait till next chapter. Normally you want 1000 HP to, essence to buy a certain item, which is like the next Nimbo, the Fireball. But unfortunately I did not have enough money. I was a little bit greedy, I guess, with my timing. But we can do this without Fireball. It's a little bit slow, but it's fine. Just waiting for the horseman to come by. And as you can see, very strong attack. Unfortunately, it makes it a little bit slow, but we will manage. This is the start of the run. A lot of RNG can happen. That's really so many wrong colors in this one. It's just scary. Although I have to say, they block a lot of shots. And as you can see, the auto aim of Ryu is not great. We have one more horse left, so... Ooh, he fell down pretty quickly. Normally, he's not that nice. So that was the mini-boss, the horseman. We should have enough money for next chapter to buy everything. So now we go actually to the real chapter 2 boss, Masakado. Masakado is a dude with a horseman, and he has some companions that spawn like mages or whatever they are. And I try to shoot as many arrows as I can, because that's the weakness of Masakado. But as you can see, his defense is pretty high, so... I have to concentrate a bit, so sorry for the lack of commentary. I'm going to kill this one because he's being annoying. Wow. There we go. And that's chapter 2 boss done. So we go to the next level. Unfortunately, we have to skip this amazing cutscene because we speedrunners, so we want to skip as many cutscenes as we can. Fortunately, there are like 3 cutscenes in total before we start chapter 3, which is quite a lot. So what has been explained here is like we know Wu attacked the village and killed all our the whole clan. So yeah, we're going to get our revenge. And as you can see, a lot of cutscenes before we finally start, but that's fine. And the thing with this game is like, you want to roll as much as you can into doors. Like the action button and the fight button are on the same button. So sometimes, even when you do not want to attack, you use a door or vice versa. So that can be very annoying. Okay, seems good. We're going to get this wing key so we can open this door. And as you can see, I left a yellow essence right there. We do that because I tried to chain another attack in this crew cabin room we're going to in right now. Because that will speed up the process. Like you see that the yellow essence like traveled all that distance. And it really speeds up the process so much. I actually wanted to use that big attack on this black enemy because he has a lot more defense and is a lot tougher. But he was not behaving, so then we attack it on the different one. Otherwise, if we got attacked, that will actually make us lose more time than actually use that UT on the white soldier. So what I'm basically doing now is like try to get this, the access throughout the whole zeppelin. We're in like in blimp, so that's why we're going up and down and left and right. And luckily we have a fight now. Seems good. Oh. Okay, seems good. I'm holding L here, so I do not pick up this essence. So we can, this black soldier comes in, so we can actually already use our attack. Boom. Piece through his heart. And we get a ID card. So we get some more access throughout, the whole zeppelin. So now because of the keycard, we can also go in here and go around and stuff. For safety's sake, I'm going to save. I'm not going to use the first one. The reason for that is because that's my Master Ninja file that I'm running on. And Master Ninja is the hardest mode. It would be a shame if I lost all this progress. 1, 2, 3. And here we're going to do once again all the chains of ETs, which is like the small absorbance, as you can see right here. And this is like perfectly routed so that you can kill everything. Because I'm a little bit low on essence, I will do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you crank it 6 times, you do not fully crank it, but it's enough to jump on the rope and save a little bit of time. So that's why I'm counting just in case that I'm not screwing it up. That always looks super Monka-esque, but it's actually not that bad. I'm going to get some smoke bombs. And normally I would have to also get the fire wheels again for the final boss of this level. Actually, there's only one boss, but whatever. And you will see here how, as you can see, the enemy thinks I'm there. And again, I wanted to attack the enemy, but accidentally I examined the window. That's one of the minor grudges I have with this game. Also, seizure warning. There we go. So we killed the power in the whole blimp, which doesn't make sense because you still see the red and blue and green lights, but it's good enough. So we all doors open for safety precautions. So now we go to the boss and hopefully kill him in a nice fashion. The boss has some annoying RNG, and you will probably see it. The hitbox of one of his grabs is like insanely big, which makes it sometimes a little bit hard. Reason I was just rolling there is because if you jump out there, out of the window, you can die. And I have a Talisman of Rebirth, which is like an get out of jail free card. But the thing is, if you drown or if you fall to your death, it will not activate. So it's a rip run. So we here get a bigger potion. And also the reason I am actually rolling the whole time is because it's a little bit faster, with the exception of a few slopes. Thank you for Mike Canis to figure that out. He did a lot of research for this game, for the right routing. Like, first we did a lot of gold scarab hunting. There are some pros and cons to it, but he found out there's like 40 seconds slower on average to go for that. So normally we do not do that anymore. And this is Dynamo. Oh. And you want to watch out for that grab. It's really annoying. So as you can see, oh man. Yeah, that is the most annoying RNG you can get out of Dynamo. Because as you can see, you cannot attack him and it just takes so much time. Ooh, I got lucky there. So I'm just... Luckily he's not the smartest. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Like, literally a millimeter of health. Safety heal, just in case. If I lose my talisman here, the rest of the run will be harder. So I'd rather take a safety heal. And that was chapter 3. As you can see, it's not the worst. So we have 3,000 essence here. And we need 3,000 essence for the upcoming upgrades. So I hope I have enough for the fireball power up, because I still have to buy that because I didn't have enough money at the start. So at one point I will actually...
So you were saying you had little money, but we don't, because we have a €5 donation from Cacnes22 saying, "Hi Sherry, good luck on the run. I hope you crush this speedrun and flex your skills that you've been working on for so long."
Yo, thank you Cacnes, appreciate it. So here, I'm going to stand here and get some more money as well. We have this is like a fight you have to do anyway. And as you can see, these enemies are not fair playing at all. Like, they have rocket launchers and all that kind of good stuff. And we don't, so they're not playing fair and square. But luckily, we are more masterful at the sword than they are with a gun, so that makes it a little bit easier. Also, this is one of the few levels, or chapters if you might say, that doesn't have a boss. And that, you might think, oh, that's pretty easy then, but unfortunately there are some chapters that are like super long, and like chapter 15 has a bush rush and all that kind of stuff. So the game definitely makes up for it. Normally I would love to have my firepower here, but unfortunately I don't, so luckily they behaved. Normally they can also kick you on the nose, and that is really annoying. There's not a lot to it that you can do, with the exception of blocking, but when you're like in the middle of charging your attack, you're not fast enough. Also, I'm going to get a pretty easy money check here, because we got the Spirit of the Devils here, which actually gives you more Nimpo. As you can see, like the flames are Nimpo, which is technically your magic. So what we're doing around here is like exploring the city of Tyron, which is like a not friendly city, as you might see. Like everybody tries to kill you, nobody friendly's on the street. So yeah, we're just going to explore everything else and see what we can find. These are the Black Ninja Spider Clan Ninjas. Very annoying. They have incendiary shuriken, and they hurt. And you can abuse iframes to negate that the explosion, but that takes time. So here we pull this lever, so we open the door right below us. With some nice acrobatic skills, we are going into this door, and we go to Pleasure Street. And then we have this dude who doesn't want to let us in because we do not have a ticket to a party. Normally, it's a very funny cutscene, but unfortunately, we have to skip it. But luckily, we can get a ticket to the party very easily. The only thing we have to do is buy some stuff at Muramasa's house. Or shop, more, so to speak. And before I forget... And there we go, ticket to the party. So now we're one of the cool kids. So now that we have a ticket to the party, we want to rock out, right? So I'm really going back, so we can rock on, party hard. And then suddenly, these jerks, as you can see, they throw the incendiary shuriken, but yeah, they do not want to party with you. And here we meet Rachel, one of our companions. It's and more in Ninja Gaiden Sigma you can play as Rachel, but in Ninja Gaiden Black you can't. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but Rio is cooler anyway. So now this is chapter 5. In my opinion, the last one in the early game, which is not a too bad level. If you know what you're doing, it's not the worst. At chapter 6, it starts to get a little bit harder. So yeah, we're just going to, I just obtained a little key, and we're just going to use that other door very soon. I just have to do some acrobatic skills to get there. So what Rachel said around that time was like, my sister is in the same group as the one that killed your village, and I want to kill my sister because she turned into a fiend, which is like, you can say it's like a sort of demon of sorts. Excuse me? Okay, there we go. And as you can see, these ninjas are in tight corners, and for beginners, it can like really throw them off. Luckily, before we open next bridge, there's an easy despawn we can do, and I will try to explain this well as possible as I can. So here we get the Key of Pegasus. Unfortunately, it's not a Yu-Gi-Oh game, so we do not see the Millennium Eye, but fortunately, we're going to use that to open a bridge so we can proceed, which is pretty good. As you can see, these ninjas are like chasing me. But if I jump in and immediately back, they despawn. And they do not spawn back because the time frame, there's some time frame before they can spawn back. So now I have a small breather, so this bridge opens. So it's nice to have a small of these like little cutscenes in the games, because this game gets very intense, especially at chapter 13. It's I hope I can commentate during that. It's a very, very scary part of the run at that point. Oh, so yeah. But now we're going on the way to the monastery. That Rachel said that there might be something for us that we want to look at. So if there's anything the host wants to say, this is the perfect time. And this is one of those fights we're going to use right now. So this fire really helps out to kill these enemies. I'm going to get a blue potion. This is sometimes a bit annoying. Depends on how annoying the Black Spider Ninja Clan Ninja is behaving, but we got it. So yeah, we're on to Monastery. It's now on the right side, but when we are walking to the monastery's doors, suddenly the gate closes and we are getting ambushed, so we have to kill them. And there we go. I was like, okay, cutscene, come. And these are some dragon demons or whatever you want to call them. And shoutouts to Canis as well, because he found out a great strat to figure out how to use our Nimpo properly. Like, we have a lot of Nimpo potions. And before he did all his work. It was like these parts were a lot harder, so optimizing this makes it a lot easier. And you might have think that that was a boss, but unfortunately not. This is the boss of chapter 5. And as you can see, it's a big tentacle monster. And I hope I can two-round it. Okay, this is literally half HP, so if I do everything correctly, it would work out perfect. Excuse me? And the XY really brings down this enemy quite a lot at this part of the run, and that was chapter 5.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Sure.
We have a €5 donation from Rick Kuiper saying, Ninja Gaiden is my childhood favorite. I used to play this with a neighbor and we would take turns. We don't see each other anymore, but those were good memories. Greetings from Appledorn and good luck defeating the real final boss in the game, the camera.
Oh man, tell me, like, if you want to run this game, RNG is 1 point, but mastering the camera is the second one. Like, you will see at the chapter 7 boss, the camera can go very, very weird, and it can be super frustrating because sometimes you just get hit because you cannot see what's going on. So it's a great game. It's my favorite game of all time, but I would lie if there weren't like any things that could have been better. But you have to think about it. This game is from 2004. This are the graphics from 2004. This is phenomenal. This is one of the best looking games from that era in my opinion. Especially in chapter 10 you will see some water and stuff, and that looks so freaking good. Just like this hall. Like, there's no art book or something, but if there was like art, some official artwork that I could buy from this place, I would definitely buy it because it's so beautiful. And talking about beautiful, now we're going to look at something very ugly. The monk fiends. These are very annoying fiends. They fly in the sky, and sometimes they go so high up that you cannot hit them, which means tough luck if you want to kill them. And that's what I mean. He just went away when I wanted to actually hit him. These yellow enemies are not that bad, but the biggest problem is the Monk Fiend. And as you can see, he's just away, so I cannot attack him, I cannot do anything. So that's why I try to turn him down like that. And there we
So
go.
while we're hacking and slashing, I would like to remind everyone that by donating to the charity, you'll also be eligible for one of the amazing prizes sponsored by Nintendo Core. Any donation will get you a chance to win one of the prizes of the day, which currently are a Smash Bros. Canvas art and a titanium Triforce Zelda ring. So there's also a grand prize, which more info can be found out about it in the chat. And I would also like to thank Nintendo Core for sponsoring the prizes. Nintendo Core is an online store that sells Nintendo goodies and all sorts of other merch. Be sure to check them out at nintendocore.org.
Sounds pretty cool. If you want to help charity and perhaps, and you feel lucky, you might want to donate. This is one of the worst doors in the game. Not the worst door, but I have so much trouble with that door. Luckily, second try is not too bad. Also, can chat remind me of 0971. Like, during practice I forgot that code and I shaked it up, so scream it if I do not know it anymore. So, this is like an easy puzzle. This is a save that's always have the same code, so this is not the worst. And then we get the Book of Eons, which we need very soon, but first we have to fight a few more of these Monk Fiends that I absolutely despise. Not exactly who I wanted to kill, but I guess it's something. Are you kidding me? Luckily, the stationary shuriken that I just picked up is perfect for killing these Monk Fiends, so this section is a little bit easier. There we go. Should be one more. Monk Fiend. There we go. Okay. Ryu might be a little bit drunk because he missed that like by a long shot, but no worries, we got it. So that is actually a very annoying room, but it got pretty good actually. I'm using the right stick for the camera because we want to get this Devil Elixir just in case. And we place this book so we can open the tomb. Oh, seems like part of the cutscene was skipped. Anyway, these are the bats. You also saw them in Chapter 1, and the thing is you want to kill them because Ryu prioritizes attacking over doing actions, and in groups bats do a lot of damage, like insanely much of damage. And here I'm going to use a trick. As you can see, I do not get hit by the spikes, and the reason for that is because I am using the stick. Oh, there I did wrong, but if you are quick enough, you neutralize the stick, and if you immediately on landing, you press down and A against, so you immediately jump, you use your iframes to jump, and you are a lot faster. As you can see, normally speaking, the boulder is very close to you, but he's not even close to us right now. So this Indiana Jones sequence makes it a lot easier than this way. But like I said, this chapter is one of the longer chapters, and it's actually pretty annoying at some parts. Here I'm just going to heal because we're not coming back here, and there's a big potion right here. Also, I'm going to save here because I'm going to a risky jump. It will be stupid if I kill the run like this and do not have a safety save. If you fall a little bit more to the left, it's RIP. So, like I said, at some part of the run, you can. There is not like if you die by falling, it's RIP. So you have to be careful with that. But luckily, you can just fall down like 40 meters and everything is fine. So consistency is definitely sometimes not a thing in this game, but I don't mind it. I'm going to get this potion right here. And if the host has anything else he wants to say, this is the perfect time.
That is amazing because we have a €5 donation from Philly Boy R saying, "Thank you guys for not only playing one of my childhood favorites, but also doing it for an awesome cause." And indeed, it is an awesome cause because we are raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for a cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. All of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society, so be sure to get your donations in. And if you donate a cumulative amount of €4,000, we will unlock Barney's Hide and Seek Adventure, any amount of player, no controller, 0x A press, all that good stuff, all in one run. So be sure to get your donations in for that.
Hell yeah. Is it Barney the dinosaur or Barney the character from The Simpsons?
It is Barney the dinosaur.
Okay. So shout out to Frenchie, and Mr. Right Now. They both figured out a way to make this part a lot easier. Like, you want to wait till these attack. This is one of the few enemies that you want to them to attack. And this makes this part so much easier. Oh, nice. You got a red drop. That makes the upcoming part easier as well. Oh. I mean, actually, see, we just obtained these Vigorian flails. And we're immediately going to put them to use because these skeletons are jerks, but luckily the Vigorian flail is like super strong against it. So we're just going to UT the whole part through it so we can just easily kill it. All these enemies, like the final blow of this attack is enough to kill one of these enemies. That's how strong the UT is against these skeletons. Ooh, that could have been bad, but luckily I'm good. So, the reason I want to kill the archers first is because if you're like charging this, and the archer can hit you, and then it's rip charge, and that's annoying. So we want to avoid that. And I try to redirect as many of the attacks as I can, but you also want to be careful, like. How was that not a fully charged? Anyway, this should just miss. Yeah, 1, 2. And this is also the part where the money route of the game is going to be a little bit more lenient. Like at the start, as you could see, like I could not buy my normal Nimpo book that I wanted to buy, but luckily that changed pretty quickly. Also, this XYY attack is so powerful, it's great. So we got a lot of money there, because if you do charge attacks, you get also more money. So that's also one of the reasons that makes the money route a little bit easier. Excuse me? Sometimes the control in this game can be a bit wonky, but that's fine. So what I'm trying to do here is like wait for a cutscene, should be around here. So I'm using this, and I don't think that was the closest to it, but at this point you want to kill the closest one. Oh no, it was nice. So you want to kill the closest one to it, so to the switch to activate this, so the switch goes up again, so you can activate it. But we have to wait now anyway, so I always like to just go for one charge attack, and as you can see, we get more money and we can wait here. So now I want to ask chat to guess how many bites and how many tail swipes we will get at this upcoming boss, which is coming pretty soon. I personally hope for 1 bite, 3 tail swipes, but RNG can be not in my favor. Like the run I had 2 days ago had 2 bites and 6 tail swipes, I believe, which is like insanely bad RNG. So less RNG for that. This is one of the most annoying parts of the run. It's just climb. That is one of the reasons why. So I'm going to concentrate. If the host wants to say anything, this is your time once again.
That is good to hear, because we would like to thank ESA Marathon for hosting our channel, or for letting us use their channel. Words are hard today. If you want to support both ESA and BSG at the same time, you can either subscribe to the channel. You have access to all of the emotes from BSG and from ESA. And if you want to do it for free, you can actually link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch and use the Twitch Prime subscription, which will cost you absolutely nothing.
Free emotes sounds pretty good to me. So yeah, that was one of the most annoying parts. There's a faster way, but there's also less safe, and this part always frustrates me so much. I'd rather take it the safe way. Once again, I'm going to kill the bats, otherwise they're going to chip away my health faster than you can say oops. So there we go. Also a nice way to get up some HP again. So yeah, we already killed like humans, we killed a weird blobby tentacle monster. Now it's time to kill a bone dragon. Luckily this is one of the easiest bosses in the game, but that's one bite, nom. But saying that, I will definitely jinx it and something bad will happen, so this can still be interesting. Like last week I lost my talisman on this boss, which is something you do not want to do. Actually, you do not want to... That's still swipe number 1. You want to spare your stuff for the final bosses, because final bosses are relentless. With bad RNG, you will have a bad time. Okay, I got lucky there. Okay, perhaps not. Just a safety heal. Oh! He likes to slap me. That's something I do not like. As you can see, we're just trying to break the bones so the bone marrow gets exposed. So that way he loses his strength. And wow, what a jerk. Like literally last hit he still hits me. But that was chapter 6. So this means we're going to chapter 7. And everybody knows that played this game is that chapter 7 has Alma. And Alma is someone who flies, and we all know birds are jerks, so you can see the connection here.
Also, those were about 0971 bytes, were they?
There was 1 bite, 2 tail swipes, I believe. So that's pretty decent RNG. So congratulations everybody in chat that guessed correctly. So there we got the Life of the Thousand Gods. We're not going to use that yet. I don't think I have explained it yet, but that gives you extra HP throughout the run, like permanent HP, which is like great to have. Also one of the reasons scrap route can be better for some people, including me, honestly, because you get an extra Nimpo usage and an extra health upgrade. Luckily, talking about upgrades, we're going to get a Dragon Sword. And we're going to upgrade, and we're going to get some more Incendiary Shuriken. We're going to use this throughout the game. So, especially Incendiary Shuriken, we need it at upcoming Red Room. And with this upgrade, we can do this Gleaming Blade, which looks like the Spin Slash in Ninja Gaiden NES. And just kill a lot of enemies really fast. Also, this is not intended, this mini sequence break, if I did correctly, but it's a lot easier than the intended route. Wow, what a jerk. And as you can see, like the Gleaming Blade easily kills these enemies, like without any hesitation or problem. But the blue room is easy. The red room can be very annoying. So hopefully the archers will be nice and I will not screw up. So let's hoppity hop. I'm not sure if I actually have to. Oh, I have enough potions. Okay. That's normally a safety potion you can take. You get these arrows. We do not need them yet, but free arrows are good because you do not have to spend any money on them. And at the end game, you want to spend all your money you have left on extra potions, perhaps an extra talisman, etc. I just wait till He's defeated. Oh man. And now this is why we bought some extra incendiaries, so we can easily kill these. And now I just do not have to get knocked over. So there's that. That's the red room. Luckily that was better than in my PB. I just constantly jumped down. So yeah. We're going to open that door. And at the moment, thank you. At the moment, we do not know what's in there. Luckily, we can just use one of these potions to go into full HP. Because there's another full health potion right here. Otherwise, we will waste it. We come back here. But it will be in a different scenario where we cannot open chests. So, best way to do it this way. And we haven't seen this boss before. This is the same tentacle boss as in Chapter 5. This game has some repeated boss themes. What am I doing? That's what I wanted to do. But as you can see, I can do a lot of damage, a lot more damage now. Like for the Gleaming Blade, you have to do a full 360 with your controller. This controller is pretty old, so it tends to miss my inputs. And that was a very annoying move from our tentacle monster boy here. But luckily he's still easy to defeat. And now that we defeated him, a path will go up. Which is very convenient, because normally if you play this casually, this bridge will tear down. We just jump already down because it's a small cutscene. It's annoying and it screws up your timing. So that will be the only way how you can actually cross this part. Oh yeah. There was a small brain fart here. For some reason I thought this part was like inside of the room, which doesn't make any sense. And here we get the Jewel of the Demon Seal. We're not going to use it yet. The Jewel of the Demon Seal is like a Nimpo upgrade. But the Fire Nimpo is great, but not the best throughout the run. We will see that a little bit later. So right here we're going to get the second statue. I haven't actually set up anything about the lure, but that's the DD statues, which is like basically like a demon that is sealed into that statue, and we need that later to complete the game. That's our jerks, and conveniently that breaks because of the dragon we killed like last chapter. And yeah, soon we're going to fight Alma, which is like monk-ass Blast RNG stuff. So first we have to kill some ninjas, and then it's time for concentration time. Oh. Luckily, this is a very easy way to kill him. I hope he doesn't give me a blue potion. Then I actually want to heal up. Alma can be a jerk. But if we're lucky, it's not the worst fight, but it all depends on how Alma is feeling. So I'm going to concentrate now. That's a good start. What I'm trying to do is Inferno loops, so we get in like a loop, like it suggests. Luckily, or unfortunately, she doesn't want to go up, but I have no clue what I was doing there. Nice. Wow, that was a really good Alma fight. Great. Normally, Alma is one of the harder parts of the run, so I'm very glad that Alma behaved. So that's pretty PogChamp. So yeah, chapter 8 is like a another one of those levels where there's no boss, but we get some items and stuff that proceed us in throughout the run. So I'm going to walk around a lot, so I give the host another opportunity to talk about anything he likes to talk about.
Very nice. Then I will. You said PogChamp earlier. Well, I can PogChamp as well because we have some amazing incentives coming up for runs later in this evening and even tonight. For Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistrals, we have a kind of an upgrade to no manipulation for 100. We can get the Capsule Monster for another 100. And for Wind Waker Randomizer, we have a skin choice between multiple options, including the Grandma. And for even later tonight, for Final Fantasy V, any percent GBA, we have a Fight Shinryu incentive, which is basically the super boss of the game, and you really want to see that.
Oh, most definitely. So like I said, this is like a little bit of backtracking and trying to get some more stuff. So there's not a lot to talk about here, like because of we defeated Alphen the first time, she unleashed a lot of power, and because of that unleash of power, the monastery got explode. But the city thinks it's under attack now, so they are under curfew now. There are multiple enemies now, and they try to kill Ryu because yeah, it's under curfew and he's just walking around like Ryu does. So what we want to do now is in next chapter we're going to infiltrate the base of these dudes, and you will see what happens next. Hashtag clickbait. Luckily he didn't stick his knife in my butt because they like to do that sometimes. So here I'm already going to swap to my bow, because that's the only way you can defeat these people. Luckily this is not that hard. Wow, they didn't even hit me. That's pretty rare. And now we have to shoot some arrows in a helicopter. I'm a little bit slow. I'm super slow. Wonka S. 1, 2. You do not actually have to shoot the arrows. You can also wait around 40 seconds and just hold the left trigger, which is like the defend button, but it's wasting 40 seconds, so that's what we do. And now I have to wait till someone spawns. I like, because there's no crosshair in this game, to just already shoot a few times, so I'm 100% sure that if he spawns I can immediately shoot him. Oh man, 3 hits. And upcoming is the hardest door in the game, because we have to go to get that bow, because it's a lot stronger and it aims a little bit easier. I also think it's required, but I'm not 100% sure. But that's because you also always want to go for that. So here we are going to get the bow. There's even an option for no. I want to still use my own weak bow, which I do not completely understand, but whatever. Yeah, like one of the nations said, the camera is sometimes terrible. So there we opened the start of the base, and now we're going to get there ASAP. Normally this is one of the points where if you have Scarab Route, you would use one of the extra, get one of the extra Nimbos, yeah, extra Nimbos. Yeah, that would be actually a good way to say it. So that was chapter 8, very short one. So chapter 9 is an interesting chapter because this is the first one with a big sequence break that is actually makes it everything a lot easier. Like if you play chapter 9 and you will encounter the enemies that we will encounter a little bit later. Then you know how annoying they are. Not as annoying as the ghost fish, which we will see a little bit later in the run as well. But holy crap, they can really ruin your mood, and especially in Chapter 11, they actually might. So the reason I'm first shooting this left one instead of the right one first is because yeah, we have to kill both of them to get a drop, and because this drop is close to the door, it's easiest to pick it up. And now we have some peace and quiet, which is great because I need some peace and quiet for this upcoming sequence break. I'm using a stationary shuriken instead of normal shuriken, by the way, because you have a little bit more leeway. So if you want to learn this as well, try to get as many stationary shuriken if you can. This is the sequence break, so I am... not first try. That would have been awesome, but the timing on this is very, very hard. Or not hard, it's just annoying. And I'm using like my own setup for this. Second try is still not too bad, so I'm happy about that. Oh, I almost jumped off it. That would have been a bit awkward. And we use that as well to speed up the process. I'm going to get this extra health because I did some safety heals before. Losing like 5 seconds into this long ass run where there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong. It's not too bad. And normally you will already spawn these robots, and they have lasers, and they like to hit you on times that you are platforming, and you will fall down, and you will have a really bad time. So I'm glad that it went pretty well. So we use this key card so we can go to this locomotive turntable, where we will fight some more enemies. And you guys know these have guns, but for some reason they want to be in our face before they shoot. So that makes this section a lot easier. Just looking where they spawn first. Oh. The body flopping around made me miss it. See? They haven't still shot me, and it's almost in my face. Which makes this section a little bit kind of easy. And if you thought that Rio was not cool enough, then this will definitely change your mind. Oh. That will not, that's not cool, but this upcoming session is going to be cool. We're going to kill some tanks. We picked up these APFSDS scores, which is like tank shells. And we can use the hitbox of the supply for the arrows to make it easier for us. I'm going to use a spirit elixir because that was pretty monk-ass. So that was tank number 1. But wait, there's more.
So, while killing tanks with arrows is very hype, can I get some hype? Because we have a €50 donation from Fubarius without a comment.
Oh, champ. Congratulations. Come on. Okay. That was a little bit monk-ass, but we killed the 2 tanks. Going to refill some more arrows, and the reason it was not too bad to use one of those elixirs is because just run right here, so it makes it a little bit easier. But there are more stuff that the military uses next to tanks. That's what we're going to face now. This is really good RNG, by the way, that they are like next to each other. So what I try to do now is like get them to me so I can heal up. So this boss fight makes it a little bit easier. And now we have to kill a helicopter. Like if killing 2 tanks was not enough to blow your mind, Ryu also likes to destroy helicopters. Oh, do not get the normal RNG that I'm supposed to get, which is really annoying, as you can see. Okay, no, he can drop a bomb, and that is really annoying, so I'm glad he didn't do that. Safety heal. I actually do not want to jump immediately, because if you jump immediately, you will actually jump into these missiles. Do you look guys like Brie? Because I have some cheese to do right here. Oh. So, first I'm defending. And now we are going to again use the hitbox of the arrow supplier to block every shot. And that was the helicopter. And you also want to always supply again, because it's free. It only loses like 2 seconds. And grinding for that money is a lot harder. Now I just hope that the enemies are not going to be jerks. Because they really can annoy you right here. So we have to kill all these satellites on this tower. So, but the thing is, enemies are spawning and they can attack us in the meantime, as they are doing right now. But they can also like shish kebab you, and that will definitely hurt. Or do an explosion. Holy crap. I'm just going to heal just in case. Safety is the #1 priority in a marathon run. What are you doing? These are being very annoying. They're like, yeah, this is a marathon run, but I also like to annoy the crap out of you. So there we go. All satellites are gone. We're going to get this Deathly Elixir, because that's great. This is one of the points where the robots can actually really screw you over. If the laser hits you when you're there and you fall down, you lose like 30 seconds. One of the most annoying ways to lose all that time. This is the only thing that I think is super stupid in this game. We have to go into this door you see right now on the bottom left corner, and immediately go back out again. So we trigger a sequence. I have no clue what they were thinking. But that's how the design is. Like, if you play this for the first time, you're like, huh? Did I miss something? And then you go all the way back, and you're like very confused. Okay, I thought he didn't die. So here we get like a control room key that we use to open the control room. And we're going to get that extra elixir. Because having extra elixirs, especially Nimpo, can be very helpful. And like I said, you want to roll into doors, so you do not get annoyed. And that was chapter 9. Not too bad of a chapter. And this is the only instance where Ryu kills one innocent life. So after the locomotive rider. I have no clue what it's in proper English, but you guys would understand what I mean. So if you haven't donated yet, because you only have one screen and there's nothing, you do not want to miss anything. This is 40 seconds of nothing. I'm going to hydrate, stay hydrated. And you guys have time to donate. Do you guys like the run so far? Nice. So for some reason, you have to wait 40 seconds for a cutscene to happen. I'm just going to walk around a little bit back and forth to it until it happens. But it's a nice way to hydrate. It's a nice proper way to run. So yeah, we're just going to literally run in circles until the cutscene happens. Because this is not chapter 10 yet. This is literally like in a part between chapter 9 and 10 for some reason. Because now chapter 10 starts when we are actually going into the Aqueducts. And the Aqueduct is like a maze-like level. There are like a few bosses in this, a few puzzles. The hardest thing about this part casually is like navigating. Because it's like sewers and stuff, everything looks like each other, so it can be very annoying and hard to navigate. Also, I could go for some safety stuff and get an extra talisman, but I will waste around 4 minutes. That's a lot of time. And that time, this is one of the longer levels of the game as well, so let's not make it as longer as it already is. So we need this key of insect to obviously open the door, and we will see a new kind of enemy slash boss, which makes everything a little bit different. Also, the music in this stage is pretty freaking cool. So here we have a worm that shoots electricity. So we just wait. That is what you want to see. And as you can see, like that attack just does a massive amount of damage. That is not what you want to see. Come on. Don't be a jerk. This is a marathon. Be nice. So normally I charge, and that is what you definitely not want to see. If he grabs you with that, he will drag you across the room, and that is like the most amount of DPS you can do. And if you're a little bit off HP, it can kill you. So that's pretty monk ass. So here we get the best Nimbo ever, the Inazuma. It is like an electric spell. You will electrify every enemy on screen. And it does a lot of damage. Here we get up some more money and some HP and Nimbo. The reason we get that is because we're going to upgrade the Lunar that I got in Chapter 2. And there's like, yeah, one of the few instances where we use the Lunar. And the boss in this stage is one of them. So it's like perfect timing for getting that, that money. Oh. So here we go to, we just got one of those puzzle pieces. We're just going to put it there. And it drains the room under us. And we want to get this because there's another Spirit of the Devils, which means that we can actually use that soon. We're going to use the upgrade for the Nimbo on Inazuma. So it's more powerful, and I think we can kill more. It can attack more enemies then, and these are jerks that just try to get through the door. But like I said, sometimes this game can be a little bit annoying with that kind of stuff, but overall it's still an amazing game. And that was some great camera work, as we are used to Ninja Gaiden Black. So this is the room we just drained, and it has a statue in it that makes us proceed. It's like the water spirits. Oh my god. And that will give us some access to another part of a place where we already went. But we couldn't open the door yet. Which is like right here on the left. It's easy to miss this one in your first playthrough, in my opinion, because of the camera angles. But when you finally find it, it's like, oh man, how can I miss it? So right here, we just fought one electric worm. Let's fight two now. And I think there is a way to skip this, like with weird out of bounds or weird other stuff. So if anybody can find it out, please let me know. Because double worms suck. So yeah. No clue if there's any routes gurus in chat, but that would be awesome. And the reason why two worms is a lot more annoying is because these already have a lot of RNG. And you have to look at two of these things at the same time. And they have that charge attack that they have. And that can really screw you over. And the electrifying attack, which is just super slow. So you want to Oh, if you go into water, by the way, you get electrified, as you could see. So, I accidentally jumped into that. Oh! Yeah, that is always so scary. I cannot emphasize enough, like, how hard this game is. If you're not, like, focused all the time, it's easy to die. And the only thing you do in this game is, like, build up, you build up, like, how to know what to do in certain situations, because there's no muscle memory in this game because of the amount of RNG. Or at least we haven't found a proper way yet to cheese all the bosses, with the exception of Marbus. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting now till he doesn't attack. The reason I wait is because we get ×3 bonus if this is a yellow orb, which I'm really hoping for, which would make the rest of the game a little bit easier, because it's around 3,000 money. Nice, we got it. So that makes it a little bit easier. Also, I'm going to show off something real cool here. That is actually amazingly easy to do, because the timing is pretty easy, but it looks super cool because this is not the instant way to do it. But that just looks so freaking cool. So we're going to get this potion right here and then do some flip-flopping. If the host has anything to say, this is a perfect time. I'm just going to walk around a bit.
Caitlin, I do have a few things to say. Now, besides normal incentives, we also have things like category upgrades. And the first one coming up is for Learn with Pokemon Typing Adventure, where you can upgrade the any % category to the Catch Mew category. Later that day, we also have the same for Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, where you can upgrade any % pirate mode, no out of bounds, to, and this is quite a mouthful, all dark magic pirate mode, no out of bounds, which respectively are, let me see, 100 and 300 euros away from being met. So be sure to get your donations in.
Yeah, if you really want to screw Jangle over, you can donate for that 300 euros for that category, because I know it's a lot harder. So if you really want to screw someone over and see an awesome run, this is your perfect chance. Sorry, Jangle, I know you're behind me, but it's all for a good cause, right? So we're just flip-flopping around like it's nothing. Back up. And we just got the second puzzle piece. And I'm just constantly saying to myself now, like, do not forget to upgrade the Lunar fully. I had a run a few days ago where I forgot to fully upgrade the Lunar. And that's why I died at this upcoming boss. So I'm like constantly saying to myself, like, do not forget to upgrade. Because that's how tight everything is in this game. If you forget something, it can be ripped. Also, my amount of money is impressive. I know that's a bit weird to say about your own run, but because we had like very bad money at the start, I am actually surprised that we actually have some money right now. So now we finally opened the room, so we can. Oh, what are you doing, Ryu? So we can actually go down here to the what was it called? The Parasite Passage. I thought it was the Path of Perish, but whatever. We're going to jump up here to activate this switch. If you normally play on very hard on Master Ninja, you fight one of your clones here, and it's so freaking annoying if you do not know how to cheese it. Just wanted to point it out for funsies. So yeah, this is one of the parts of the run where it gets very monk-ass very soon. Did I hit it? Yes. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to hit stuff like that because, like I said, there's no crosshair, so you have to kind of wing it. If you play this a lot, you know how to do it, but it can still be annoying. I just do not want to fall down, so I'm just using my right stick so I can use the camera angle a little bit better. Let's see, heal, fire wheel. So here I am just setting up for the boss fight that's coming up. And I honestly should do a safety save just in case. It's not the hardest boss, but RNG. I mean, it's 40 minutes ago since last time we saved, so luckily I did not save too much. So this is Pazuzu time. Oh man, that's bad RNG at the start. He's just going to roar a bit, and that's it. But as you can see, this just wastes time. Then we wait. And what we want to see is that he's going to kneel. And as you can see, this does not do a lot of damage yet. His weak spot is at his head, so that's why we try to hit. No. What are you doing? Wow. He knows this is a marathon, so he's being super annoying. Come on. Are you for real? This is super unfortunate RNG. So normally he's a little bit nicer, but ouch. Yeah, he's being a real jerk. This is what we want to see. So we're good. Now we can just DPS the crap out of him. And as you can see, his laser is like his main attack that hurts. Like these parts are pretty easy to dodge and pretty predictable. You do not want to get squashed though. Oh, nice. That was not good on my end. He should have been dead by now, but because of the camera angle, I do not do my forward YY. I'm just going to save the heal. Like I said, if you lose your talisman, that makes the rest of the run a lot harder. There we go. That's Pazuzu. Bad RNG, a little bit better on my part when it comes to execution, but still not too bad. So that's not too bad. Not too bad. Unfortunately, Team Ninja thought a water level would be a smart idea in a fast-paced action game. So yeah, this is going to be Resident Sleeper for a while. Oh, this is the wrong chest. I wanted to use this chest because it has a heal in it. So yeah, if the host has once again anything to say, this is the right time because this is a pretty boring part of the run.
Are you seriously calling the water level boring? Man. So to begin with, we are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. We are currently streaming our week-long annual event from Hotel Asteria in Venray, the Netherlands. And we're also raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. All of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society, so be sure to get your donations in. We would also like to thank ESA for supporting the event and allowing us to stream on their channel. And if you would like to support both of the channels at once, you can do so by subscribing, by either paying $4.99 or by using your Twitch Prime, which you can do for free after connecting your Twitch account to your Amazon account.
Exactly, and if I'm correct, the code is 0971. Like I said at the early part of the run, this is like where I forgot it first, so let's hope this is good. Hey, I didn't forget it. Like this week I had constantly thought it was 9071, so I was like constantly like, hey, why is it not working? And then I was like very quickly looking on Google like, what's the code again? What's the code again? And then yeah, you lose precious time at trivial stuff, so it's good that it happens. Also, you see on the left a oxygen meter. If it runs out, you do not immediately die. It first drains your health, so in the speedrun, you can do something what we call the dive of death, which is as scary as it sounds. And you will use a lot of potions to go through the level, because then you do not have to get the oxygen tank. So you breathe underwater indefinitely, but I am not comfortable with that strat, so we're going to get that oxygen tank. The downside to that, though, is that the robots I was talking about earlier, they are here as well, and it happened more than once that I tried to go on that platform and they immediately scold me away, and that's so freaking annoying. So let's hope that they are behaving right now. Also, the music in this level is like super repetitive. Like they just wanted to make a chill level, I guess, but it's the opposite of chill. It's actually very annoying. Anyway, fun trivia thingy dingy. Ooh, he almost got the laser. That was almost getting off. But if I get laser now, that's not a big deal because I just used that hand crank. But yeah, the trivial thing here is like Ninja Gaiden and NES. They also actually wanted Nintendo wanted to ask Tecmo to add a water level, but luckily they refused. So shoutouts to Tecmo to not do that in an NES game. So here we have the oxygen tank. Now we can swim underwater indefinitely without oxygen. We do not have to worry about that, which is great. This is just like 2 minutes slower, and for safety, especially in a marathon, I think that is the right thing to do. So what I'm collecting here is like 2 medallions. The first one I already collected at the start of the level, the gold medallion. Now we're also going to get the silver medallion, which is at the end of this zigzag. I cannot call this a maze, but more like a zigzag pattern thingy dingy. I'm going to ignore that chest. There's like a life of the goddess in there, and the life of the goddess, if you collect 9, I believe, or 12, I think it's 9 though, you will get some more HP, but it's so slow that we actually skip that in the speedrun. But if you play this casually, you definitely want to try to collect them all, because this game casually, if you do not know what you're doing and you do not know some of the cheeses, it can be very, very, very hard. As a kid, it took me like 3 to 4 years to beat. Yeah, if you haven't never played this before, I hugely recommend it. It's one of the best games ever made. For me, it is the best game ever made. So yeah, hopefully upcoming boss is going to be pretty nice. But there's a few more minutes left before we go there, so I should not go get too far ahead of myself. So what we're going to do now is we are going up here. Shoutouts to Caleb dying like a few days ago at the bats when he said he wouldn't. And now we're going to add some medallions here. So for some reason, those medallions have the power to destroy. It's not really a door, but let's say a wall. Also, I'm not sure if I have enough, but I'm just going to take a few more seconds just to get this potion. Oh, I had enough. Okay. Wanted to be 100% sure. Like, Doku is not the worst, but like with any bosses in this game, RNG can be a jerk, and it's not too bad if I would like waste a lot of big potions on Doku, because in the next level you get a lot of them. But luckily we're almost really robots. Are you going to do that to me right now? Luckily it's not too. We're through the water level for the most part. And you guys might recognize this part we're going in right now. As you can see on the bottom screen, that is the bone dragon we defeated earlier. So this is literally coming back to the run. If you miss the scarab, there you can still get it right here. There are some scarabs in this game which are collectible, so you get better items and such. But if you miss one and you really want to completionist it, then you can at least get that one back. But there are some that are a little bit harder to find. As you can see, this is part just before Alma. We just came in. So, host, if you have anything to say, this is the right moment, because after this we have a boss fight and then I have to concentrate.
Okay, then I will. So aside from just supporting a charity, you can also put your money towards an incentive, like the no manipulation incentive for Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistral, 80%. But aside from that, if we reach 4,000 total, and somewhere in the middle of Wednesday, we get an extra bonus run, which is Barney's Hide and Seek, no controller, which is very interesting, because I kind of want to know how that works.
That sounds very interesting indeed.
Would that count as a 0x A+, though? That question's up to you.
Well, is it an N64 game, though?
I think it's ran on either the NES or the SNES.
Ooh. We NES people have better rules than the N64 people, so it will not count as a 0A press.
Feels bad, man.
Feels shade, man. Okay, so this is Doku. This is a normally not a bad fight, but like I said, RNG can be a jerk. And this is literally like not a bad fight. You wanna... Wait, did I? Oh, I did. Okay, I wasn't sure if I got the fire wheel. But you just want to attack after he attacks. Pretty easy stuff. And I just add the fireball just to add some extra DPS. Also, the reason I was walking there a bit is because if you get close to the walls, the camera starts to act up. We all know how annoying the camera in this game can be at this point, I guess. I try to be as far away as possible, and that was a little bit monk-ass, so... Wow, he behaved. That was a pretty good Doku fight. Under 10 minutes in-game time. That's pretty darn good. And this is one of the longer levels in the game. Chapter 12. Multiple enemies and stuff that we have to kill. Oh, wait. I have no incendiary shuriken anymore, and it's very important because I'm going to do another sequence break here. First try though, which is pretty awesome. There we go. Normally this puzzle, if you do it the intentional way, it's very annoying. So I'm glad that we found a way that you can actually skip this part. Like it's not like, oh my god, you lose a lot of health annoying, but just more like, oh my god, it's just so boring and tedious, and if you can skip this, it is great. Shoutouts to Boxmeister, who is waving his hands around like he's dancing. So now I'm going to try to walk on water. That was pretty good. Like, you have to, the timing on that is pretty precise. Not 100% precise, but if you miss it, you have to swim. That's slow. We don't like slow. We have to use the Luna there to open this this part, so that's the reason why I did it. Oh. Also, shoutouts to the second best track in the game. Camera, please. Also, it's just... I think it looks so beautiful around here. Also, the music really fits the ice cave, and I would love to do it correctly. So, this part is like a two-parter, like you have an ice cave and a fire cave, and somehow they can coexist and help each other out in some certain circumstances. And we have to collect stuff and do some puzzles to open the doorway and such. So we need this shield figure to open actually the fire cave. So now we're actually going all the way back.
And while you're chilling, do we have time for a quick donation?
Sure.
We have a €5 donation from Hapkainanama saying, I'm there guys, hope you have a great week. Also, since I was kindly asked not to do it, I'll let host do it. Go Shuri!
Hey, welcome No Name. I will see you after the run. So as you can see, we put in the shield of the figure, and there we are. We are now in a fire cave. So this is like, there's like a mini fetch quest here. Thank you. Also, Ryu is better than Mario because he doesn't immediately die in lava. But as you can see, there's like this iron ore that we try to get because we need that to build something beautiful. Nice. That is a very annoying skip. Normally I jump in lava, so I rather take my time. And it's still faster than the intended way, so normally you want to slide away. Also, the reason I'm not jumping again is because the HP, most DPS you get from it is from when you actually enter the lava. So you can just roll into the lava and that does less damage than just normally jump into it. Does it make sense? No, but doesn't matter. So this is like a safety strat. We get extra HP, some more money, and there's also an iron ore that I like. I like to get. So there's another one, and it's to get at the start of the Magma cave, and it's just very annoying. So I'd rather do it this way. And now I'm just adding 4 iron ores, so we get a cogwheel, coggers to. That we can pick up. And the thing is, that's in the ice cave, so now we have to go all the way back. So, this part of the run is also a little bit of backtracking and such, but it's not too bad. It's not really tedious or something in my opinion. You just want to watch out. Also, I'm lining up here, so you can just jump up there instead of like going all the way around, which is super slow. Oh, okay. I thought for a second I would jump into the lava. That would have been a shame. Not a and then I screwed the easy part. That's gold. But yeah. Also because of the cogwheel, this part of the cave got defrosted. Come on, this is really annoying. There we go. We got a cog of vigor. Now I'm going to swap to Lunar and fight off my least favorite bosses of the run, Jotunfrau. Oh, I was already spamming start for the cutscene to end, but I was a little bit too fast. And the thing with Jotunfrau is he has a grab. And this grab. And if you grab that, if you get grabbed, it does a lot of damage. And it's actually my biggest run killer. So... Also, Jotunfrau has like one of those attacks. Oh shoot, that's what I mean. Okay, I didn't got screwed up over too bad, so it's okay. There we go. That's Jotunfrau. Really going to switch back to the Dragon Sword, and we are rewarded with an eyeball for some reason. The Eye of Ice. Because I had to do a safety heal, I'm actually going to get this safety potion that I normally try to ignore. Really. Normally, if you play on harder difficulties, Inazuma would actually be here. And there's a way to actually go up here, but unfortunately in normal mode, you cannot collect the Eye of the Ice there. Otherwise, that could have been a super viable strat to get at. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So now we're going all the way back because we have that cogwheel to Go to the another section of this magma cave. Ouch. I actually did not want to blow off some steam game, but it's okay. So like I said, rolling is less dangerous than normal, so great. Spirit elixir will definitely help us out here. I got lucky there. Like, this fire can really screw you over. Okay, we did it. And we already saw some electric worms, but now they thought, let's change it up. Let's make a fire worm instead. Okay, that's already decent RNG at the start. Oh, I jumped into the fire. That was not my intention. Also, the timing on jumping through the fire rings is a little bit hard, but if you know where to look for, it's not the worst. And they hurt, as you can see. Now we are rewarded with a fire eyeball. Lots of eyeballs in this game. This is a like real speedrunner part. This is like you have to be faster than the flame, otherwise you cannot pass through. And it's a little bit more annoying than it looks. Like, the platforming can be a jerk. Also, I'm going to safety save here. The upcoming boss here is does a lot of damage. So this is where we needed the eyeballs so we can open this door. And that is one of the deity statues that we already collected. We already have the dog, we already have the priest. Now we are going to get the devil. So yeah, this is one of my least favorite bosses. I was a little bit too early there. I do not want to admit how many talismans I've lost against this boss. Okay. So sometimes you can double hit against this boss, but fortunately I'm not that lucky. Ouch. Just going to heal. If he would grab me with his that was double hit. If he would hit me, otherwise it can be a problem. Oh man. I kind of screwed myself over there. Oh, I thought he was going to numb me, but no! Why are you doing it like this, man? I thought we were friends. There's a other way to kill this, but it's super Monka. There we go. I think we're a little bit safe. I really do not want to lose my talisman throughout this run because it makes it so much scarier and less marathon safe. So there we go. We got another talisman of the 1000 gods. We are immediately going to use this. The reason for this is because if we enter that door, this chapter is over. So then we get immediately the health refill. And because the upcoming chapter has the hardest boss of the game in it, I want to be 100% sure that I'm going, everything goes as well as planned. And I wish I didn't look at the timer because I saw him on PB pace like 2 minutes faster than normal. So that makes it extra nervous for me at this upcoming boss.
No pressure, but you're in a marathon.
No pressure. Also, this is some backtracking. If you want to say anything, Sniper, this is the perfect opportunity.
Man, I just did. No, but that's fine. Aside from just watching the stream, you can also follow our Twitter and our Instagram account under the handle BSG Marathon. That gets you a small behind-the-scenes look for the event, and it will make you be up to date with all the latest news on marathons, events, and more.
Also, the Instagram is very new, so if you can be an OG if you want to. And as you can see, this is another backtracking. This is like chapter 10 once again. There's Ryu.
Where is Ryu?
And I'm going to get some safety potion here that I didn't get before. I used a little bit more potions at the dragon boss we just did. I forgot his name at the moment. So that makes it a little bit safer and only loses me around 6-7 seconds. Make it 10 seconds. So for a little bit of safety, that's definitely worth it. So what we're going to do now is going back to Tyron to do some stuff. I do not want to completely spoil it. So, yeah, as you can see, this is like literally just going back again. Killing the bat first, otherwise they might chip off your HP like crazy. Like, no joke, they can like 50% damage. They can do 50% damage there. So that's not worth it if you can just literally kill a bat in like 3 seconds. Especially with Alma coming up. I definitely have to safety save. I hope I do not forget. So yeah, here we're going back to Tyron. Going back to the Bridge of the Dramatic Reveal, as I like to call it. Take this small cutscene just to take a sip of water. And as you can see, suddenly the military is gone and these atrocities has shown up for some reason. Oh my god, I almost fell down. Would not have been the biggest problem, but it would have been a stupid time loss. I'm not going to open that chest, that's smoke grenades. For the speedrun, it's not that necessary at the moment, so we're not going to get that. And here we're going to get the last tablets. We got the first one in the monastery, second one just in the cave. But we need this to teleport. Also, I think I have enough for another potion. Yes, safety potions for the win. Ryu, let's do this. So now we're just going to add these tablets so we can teleport. Oh, I thought I pressed X. And this might be very familiar to you. We are back in Hayabusa Village. Where we are going to get True Dragon Sword. You might think, like, why don't you get the True Dragon Sword at the start? Which is a good question, because I was always thinking the same thing. But lore-wise, Hayabusa clan only uses the True Dragon Sword in only need, because it's otherwise way too powerful. So, this is where we got the True Dragon Sword. This is the Eye of the Dragon, if I'm correct. And as you can see, it's like glowing right now. And yeah, we're going to fight Alma 2. We fight Alma. The first time she was super nice and actually gave us good RNG. But this is the part where it really matters. And that's why I'm going to save here, just in case. Because Alma is a jerk. especially this version. You will see probably why, because Arma 2 is normally never that nice to you. So I'm going to concentrate on this fight. I ask for silence here because this can be a very hard fight. But that's a good start. Like, doesn't look that bad right now. Are you giving me godluck? I mean, I don't mind, but normally the defense of Arma 2, as you can see, is a lot higher, and you miss a lot of attacks. But at the moment, she's being very, very nice. Also, best song in the game. Ooh. Okay, one more, I believe. Ouch. This is how much damage she can do. And that's the hardest boss in the game, Arma 2. Like, this didn't look that bad, but believe me, if you play this casually, your ass will be kicked. So I'm very glad that Arma behaved on both ends, like the first one and the second one. Thank you, Marathon RNG, for once. But this is not the end of the chapter yet. We are going to do some another low IQ puzzle. Not sure if I actually used a big potion. I did. I'm going to use one right now. Let's see. Like, this is literally the puzzle. You have to, we book a water tablet. Let's put it on the water part, and that's it. But right here now, we're going to fight these bugs, which are called pill bugs. And hopefully we get some good luck with farming and Nimpo. Oh, wow. What a jerk. He negated my attack. So, this is just great for farming. Oh. And it's never great when they try to hump you. Let's see, the Great Devil Elixir. Like, this is also where the routing changed a little bit. Thanks to the works of Canis and Frenchie. Frenchie likes to use a dragon sword here, which is technically the fastest way, but you cannot farm for money. Especially in the marathon setting, I rather go for safety and more money, so we might get a second talisman later. And later, I mean next chapter. Because that will make everything a lot safer and will make it a lot more comfortable for myself for the rest of the run. Because this game has 16 chapters, so we're at chapter 13 right now and almost at the end of 13. So she might imagine there's like almost nothing left anymore. Also, this attack looks so freaking nice. Like all the attacks that Ryu actually does in this game makes you feel like you're a god, and that might actually be the reasons why this is one of my favorite games. You feel like you are actually super strong. Although, if you play this casually, yes, you will get screwed. But mastering these kind of games is also part of the fun. Ooh. I'm going to be lazy and use the Inazuma. And now we are doing the last part of the puzzle, which is literally moving it like 2 meters further. And that's chapter 13. So there we go. And somehow this is not really a pyramid, but I'm just going to say it's a pyramid. This tomb suddenly rises up because we've solved a very easy puzzle. So that was chapter 13. Sub 9 is pretty respectable. Nice. And we got 10,000 essence. You need 15,000 for an extra talisman. We already had a lot of money when I checked last time at chapter 10. So we might be very good on money. So I really hope we are. I almost forgot this statue. That would have been a big problem. This is, I believe, the last deity statue, the snake. And yeah, just going to walk around a bit. And do you guys remember Doku from chapter 11? Yeah. He didn't agree with us. So look at his spirit right here. So you might imagine what the next boss is going to be. Also, this shop on the left, you see right now, you saw a little small glimpse. That's the last shop of the game we're going to use. So I hope I have enough money for all the upgrades I want to do. Oh, red drop. Like, you want as many red drops at these last few chapters as possible. Oh, that's actually not what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to do this, because if you just use this a few times, that's enough to kill them all. Wait. Oh, I did hit him. I just didn't hear the death sound of the enemy. I was like, what? What's going on? Just for safety's sake, I'm just going to get that one essence. I'm just going to roll to the shop. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a lot of money. So that's fully... should be enough. And we got another Talisman of Rebirth, which is super great. Which makes the rest of the run a lot safer. The last part of this run is super monk-ass. So I cannot emphasize enough how scary this part is. I hope I can commentate correctly through it. If not, I apologize. But yeah, like I said, it's very hard. Also, Ghostfish, if you ever play this game, you will know how annoying these are. Luckily, if you just spam an axe, you can abuse your iframe so they do not attack you. If you never play this game again and never finish it because of that, there you go. Free tip by Shuri. I'm just going to get this for safety's sake. I might not have to need it, but it's nice to have. There's a faster way, just like I did chapter 6 with the Indiana Jones sequence. You can just do the same neutral thing with the analog stick. But the thing is, if you miss that, the fish will still attack you, and you will lose a lot of time, health, everything. So I didn't like to do that. I had to kill that fish. Oh wow, this fish is a jerk. I mean, there's a reason nobody likes these ghost fish, not goldfish. Goldfish are actually nice. So this is not another like small section with like it's not really a maze. I mean, okay, it is if you don't know where to go, but it's not like it's a super hard maze where you have to go through. And as you can see, just abusing the iframes, bashing A and B the whole time, so we do not get hit by them. And for some reason, the ghostfish only go into certain parts. Like you can see on the cracks in the ground where they stop/start. Oh, wrong way. Normally they should not be able to get here, but you know, sometimes the game likes to do its own thing. So now we just picked up another key that we're going to use very quickly. And you can also like technically walk on the walls and do it that way, but my timing of it is not the greatest, so I'd rather not do it that way. Now, I hope I do this correctly immediately, because otherwise this sucks. Okay, I did it correctly immediately. And now we're going to fight Doku once again, but then in spirit form. Okay, that was a bad start. No, not using the wrong elixir. That would have been a problem. Ooh, I almost got hit there. So I'm waiting till... Can you stop? I'm waiting till he comes to me. But he doesn't like to do that, apparently. There we go. That way we can kind of cheese this boss, but... Are you kidding me? Look, he's being a complete jerk at the moment. Come on. Okay, one more. Why did I walk on the wall, dude? Come on, charge. Come on. And that's Doku 2. So now we get into the hardest level in the game. Chapter 15, which is like boss city. This is like boss rush after boss rush after boss rush, etc. So yeah, that can be a problem. But yeah, we will see what happens. Oh. Also, I'm going to get this extra potion right here. It's like a big potion. I'm going to check real quick. Okay. I do not have to get the other big devil elixir potion. Sometimes I like to get the one in chapter 14 just in case. Like if the ghost fish are really annoying, you can use fire wheels to negate them, but of course you do not want to do that because it takes time. So there we go. We're going to get this nice decayed hearts key, so we can get into the final part of the game. Also, I hope you do not get nauseous, because this is a very weird effect with like going all around stuff. And here we are. Like, you know, we got those first statues. This is for this sequence. And we have to go to climb all the way to the top. So that is going to be our goal. So in every one of these rooms there are like enemies we have to defeat. The worst one is the one I like to call the Earthbound room. You will see what I mean when we get there. Oh, nice. We want to get as many red drops in this sequence as possible to make everything a lot easier on our own hands. Hey, don't numb on me, mate. Another red run, nice. I would love this kind of RNG right now. Ah.
So while Shuri is struggling with his inner demons, I would like to remind you that you have until the end of Out of Gas to meet the Lufia Rise of the Sinistral's no manipulation incentive, which is still just about 90 euros away from being met. So be sure to get your donations in.
There we go. I already thought that we beat it every one, but that one was being sneaky and hiding from me. I can understand it because Ryu was killing all his friends. Also, I really wanted red drop. It's worth it to get out of the way from it. Especially also on this staircase. Like I said, if you just spam A and B, A and X, this is not a bad sequence at all. Excuse me? I almost wanted to take my words back. Anyway, so yeah, now we are going to kill more of these plus pillbox. Oh, that was perhaps not the best thing I could have done. Oh man. Come on. Hey, I tried to attack you, my man. What? That's not a kill? Okay. So there we go. We're just going up and up and up and up. Okay. Like I said, if you see a red drop, it's worth it to go out of the way. Like, it's so hard to get those drops. It's great to have some extra, so you don't have to use potions. Are you kidding me? Whoa, okay. Normally they are not being that annoying. In that case, I'm just going to do this. There we go. This is the easiest room in the game, in my opinion. But, however, this upcoming one is a very, 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 very annoying one. Because these... please, please, please. That is not what I wanted to do. There goes my advantage that I just made up. Anyway, this is the Earthbound room I was talking about. I guess you can see the resemblance. I like to call it the Earthbound room. Like, this is the part where you really want to kill them by just in a zoom out. Hopefully it hits both. It seems like they hit both. Yeah. Like, if the thing is with these enemies, they can grab you and just drag you down to the last level, which means you have to go all the way up, which is a very annoying. It's very annoying, and you lose it a lot of times. So it's super frustrating when that happens. Now we are at the gates of hell. So this is not a very hard sequence. Oh, actually, yeah. On normal, it's not that bad. So right here, this is going to be like a few easy enemies like this and a kind of boss rush. Wow, very good RNG there to get some extra drops. So that is Marbus, and in a few we hope we can easily kill him. But first we're going to kill this dude for the third time. The thing is though, because we're in this like underworld thing, they have more HP now and do a lot more damage. Can I please? I cannot rotate my stick for 360 degrees, I guess. I think I did, but old controllers. Hey, don't slap me. This looks like it's going to be a 4-rounder. Yeah. Ooh, I almost jumped into the spit, lava, whatever they think this is. Actually, I'm just going to kill it normally so I can get that blue orb. So, this is more HP like. The upcoming boss, Jotunvrouw number 2, is can kill you almost with if you have full health. Also, we're not going to use Inazuma here. The reason for that is because, oh wow, another red drop. In that case, we're actually going to use that to speed things up. But they only spawn 2 here, which is not a lot. So we just use this XY, XXY combo to kill him easily. So yeah, this is going to be Jotunvrouw. I need to heal myself up. If I get grabbed, otherwise I will die. And we have 2 talismans, but you always want to try to keep your talismans. Oh, this is an attack you didn't see him do the first time, but you cannot hit him in that time. He has iframes then, and it takes around 5 seconds. Very annoying. Are you kidding me? You've been so nice the first time, and now you're going to use all your ice attacks? Are you kidding me? He's like, oh, you're on PB pace. Ooh, that's what I mean. With a lot of damage. There we go. Now we're... So now we have one more thing to do at this part, and that is a cheese. I just checked if I had everything correct, and I hope Orange is on my side. Like in my PB, it took 2 minutes before they at least attacked. Oh, that's immediately. I hope I'm still on time. I'm concentrating because there's a specific button input you have to do. And that is the exploit. Otherwise, Marbus is very annoying to kill, so it's great that we finally... I got a decent one there where he does it immediately. Like, he can spawn enemies, he can drop, not really drop kick on you, but like use his elbow and then crush you and that kind of stuff. So I'm happy he didn't do that. So now there's one thing left. Actually, 3 things left. The 3 final bosses of this game. So as you can see, like the final part of Ninja Gaiden Black is like one big boss rush.
Actually, there's 4 things left, because we have a €5 donation from Rick Kuiper saying, "Great job on the run so far, Shuri. Thank you for letting me relive this game without spending a year completing it. I hope you PB."
Thank you, man. Very much appreciated. Yeah, this game is very hard, like I said, but that's also the appeal, especially in the speedrun. Like, if you know what you're doing, and you, it's such a fun run. The only downside is it's relatively long, especially I'm normally an NES runner, but so yeah, then 2 hours is suddenly very long, especially because it's constantly very hard moving, that kind of stuff. And this is the Emperor, so this pink boy can be very annoying. This just depends on how his patterns are with the lasers, and the lasers hurt. And that was actually very nice. Actually, I have no clue what I did there. That was the first time I've ever saw that. Fun fact, only the first time when you see that animation that something gets destroyed, you cannot move, but after that you can. Now we're going to get some more damage in, not the SD, of course. Okay. And suddenly the dude we just killed turns into this monstrosity, and we're going to use as many arrows as we can to kill as many of these skulls as we can. And as you just go back and forth, you can chain it. And now, oh no, I was too late. Oh no. Okay, I still survived and I still have my talisman, but the timing is a bit weird. It's a little bit RNG. I'm going to kill you guys' ears. Jesus Christ, that's so loud. But that is a pretty good strat, although you guys are deaf now, just like I am. But that is the best DPS we can do. So sorry if you need a hearing aid right now. I forgot how loud that can be. Like it's just maxes out the volume so much because it hits all of these skulls. And they all activate the sound of it, so that is why it's so freaking loud. So there we go. Chapter 15 done, hardest stage. Now we have one thing left, or actually two: escape sequence and the final boss. I have 2 talisman left, so I feel very confident that I will not die. I just jinxed it, but. That doesn't matter because we have a save here. I'm still going to save this save. And I see I'm on PB pace, so let's do this. My PB is at 2:14:22. For the people who want to know what am I doing. So there's still some left for it. It also depends on the boss RNG, of course. Also, I want to be sure that I do not fall down here. If you fall down here, I have to reopen that save because you cannot come back from this if you fall down. So I'd rather be safe than sorry and not kill a run like that. Frenchie, the world record holder of this game, actually ripped a world record pace run on this. Luckily, he's much better now, and he already got a much better PB, but you can understand how soul-crushing it can be. Like, you try to be fast, and then, boom, everything that you worked hard for is gone. So we try to avoid that, obviously. So here I'm going to check everything. I'm going for the safer strat, obviously. I do not have a lot of potions, but I do have 2 talismans. I was just still checking there. And there we go. Final boss. It's going to be Murai, which is, funny enough, the first boss of the game. So what I do here is like Inferno. Ouch. And can you stop? Wait, he blocked that? Okay. And what I'm just going to do here is like chain my Nimpo. this is why we like to have talismans. Otherwise, this will be rip run. Also, the final hits will be time, just for the people on tech. What? He's blocking everything. Are you kidding me? What a jerk. The rest of the game, everything has been nice, and now the game is like, yeah. Another block? What a jerk. If I... It doesn't matter. Still have a second talisman. Thank goodness that we had enough money to buy that. Otherwise, time. So 14:51, not bad. So unfortunately not a PB, but it was still a pretty solid run. I want to thank the whole Ninja Gaiden Black community. They're awesome. We're small, but we still find new ways to do everything. I want to thank everyone who watched my stream and supports me. I want to thank the crowd behind me, which is apparently bigger than I expected for this run. But thank you for watching this run. Very awesome. And thank you everybody at home watching. And have a great run, rest of your marathon. Up next will be Jungle Storm with Last Samurai, another ninja-like game. And you will also enjoy that. So I see you guys later.
Yes, indeed. Up next, we have something in between First Samurai and now, which is an interview with RDV versus the world. But first, we'll be playing 3 minutes of ads, so we'll see you in a bit.